Good day. In this video, you will learn what is fractured bone and what is the signs and symptoms of it and what is the treatment for it. And lastly, you will learn the first aid treatment if you experience it or your friend, family, and relatives experience it. When one of your bones crack or break into many pieces, it is called a fractured bone. A fracture is another name for it. A sports injury, an accident, or a traumatic trauma can all cause it. Broken bones aren't usually life-threatening, but they do necessitate prompt medical attention. Learn how to recognize the signs and symptoms of a broken bone. Administer first aid and seek expert assistance. What are the signs and symptoms of a fractured bone? Number 1 is intense pain in the wounded area that gets worse when you move in. Number 2 is numbness in the damaged area. 3 is bluish color. 4 is swelling or obvious deformity in the damaged area. And lastly, bone protruding through the skin that has excessive bleeding at the injury site. These are all the signs and symptoms of a broken bone. There are two types of a broken bone: a closed wound fracture and an open wound fracture. Whereas in the open wound fracture, there will be a blood that is leaking, or in some scenarios, the bone is already seen. If you see a person that experienced a fractured bone, this is the actual representation of on the first aid treatment you will do. The first thing you do is to talk to them, convince them to not to move because they suffered a trauma. The second thing you do is to get a clean cloth to immobilize the arm of this patient. Example is this is the fractured arm. Then you will get a clean cloth. Make sure that it is clean because if it has a open wound, it can be infected. Then you will just immobilize it by using this cloth. Like this. It will give the ambulance time before it gets here. So this is what you will do in the situation that you experience a fracture or you've seen a person that has a fracture. The principles of first aid is to preserve life, prevent deterioration, promote recovery, taking immediate action, and lastly, calming down the situation. Before you do any first aid treatment to a person, the first thing you should do is to call a 911 because the first aid treatment is just to give enough time before the professional or the expert to come. That's all. Thank you.